All right, I would like to call this meeting to order. It is 6 o'clock. There are 3 emergency exits. We have one here, one to my upper left, and one outside to the right. Make sure that all electronic devices are silenced. Do not disturb the meeting. And if anyone cannot hear, please let us know. We'll try to make the adjustments so the sound comes through a little bit better. There will be no public input at this meeting. Like everyone to stand, remove your hats for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And a moment of silence for those who have come before us. Thank you. Okay. My name is Rob Santucci, as you just saw, being sworn in. I am the new town supervisor. And at this point in time, I would just like to introduce the members of the town board. To my far right, Councilor Ashley Hogan, Chris Daniel to her immediate left, Jamie Pardee to my left, and Mike Bacallo on the far end to my left. We are representatives to the town of Cicero, and it is our job as councilors to ensure that we provide the best vision we can to move Cicero forward. We're beholden to the residents of this town and take very seriously the responsibility of representing it. That having been said, we're very proud to be here, and we thank you for being here as well. Every day that we have a meeting, I'd like to just point out a couple of things that I can about things that are going around the town so that you may not hear. The Christmas tree removal, just so you know, if you have a Christmas tree, please get it out in January, weather permitting. The highway department will come and pick those trees up. Please, no bags, just the tree itself. I'd also like to take this opportunity to provide kudos to Chris Woznicka and the Cicero Highway Department for yeoman's work in removing the insatiable amount of snow that came down over the last week and a half. They were out all the time. They kept our roads clear. And I got to tell you, I'm very proud of the work of the Cicero Highway Department for getting it all done. So how about a round of applause for our Highway Department? Okay. I'm going to move to waive the reading of the legal notices that were posted and published at the appropriate time. Do I have a second?
Second.
I'm calling for a voice vote. All aye. Say aye. You
Aye.
nay. Abstentions. Motion is adopted. Okay, I'm going to make a motion to read the Roberts Rules of Order. I'm going to move for the adoption of a resolution that Roberts Rules of Order be the official rules of procedure at town board meetings, subject to the rules provided by town law and like statute, which will prevail, except that there shall be no second reading of resolutions at a town board meeting unless the same is requested, and that there shall be no votes taken when the question of a pending resolution is called unless an objection is stated to voting upon such resolution forthwith. Do I have a motion?
You just made it. I'll second.
Second motion. Thank you. That was my motion. Calling for a voice vote. All in favor, say aye.
Aye. Aye.
Any nay? Abstention? Adopted.
Move for the adoption of a resolution that the Cicero Town Board appoints to retain Germain and Germain LLP, Robert Germain, as town attorney for a 2-year period and for the supervisor to execute the agreement for the period of January 1, 2026 through December 31st, 2027. The retainer fee for 2026-2027 per the agreement will be paid at a rate of $60,000 per annum, 5,000 monthly installments, and $250 per hour for all attorneys for services provided outside of the retainers.
Second.
Any board comments? Calling for a voice vote. Aye. All in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Nay. Abstentions? Adopted. Okay, motion is going to be made by me as follows. Whereas the town board passed a resolution abolishing the office of deputy supervisor on January 8th, 2025, and whereas the town recognizes the need for a deputy supervisor to serve in the absence or inability of the supervisor to act, and whereas the town now wishes to formally reestablish the office of deputy supervisor by resolution pursuant to Town Law Section 42, the Municipal Home Rule Law 10, conferring the same and only the authority of office is detained are detailed and authorized by Section 42 of the town law. And whereas, once the office of deputy supervisor is reestablished, the town requests the supervisor appoint a deputy to serve as his pleasure pursuant to town law is hereby. Hereby resolved, the town of Cicero formally establishes the office of deputy supervisor pursuant to the provisions of town law section 42. Do I have a second motion?
Second.
Okay. I would like to have board comments on this of a deputy supervisor at this point.
So can we have a roll call for this when we do this separately, please?
Of course.
Thank you.
Okay.
So I'm going to be voting no this evening for this. And my reasoning for that is I believe that when you get elected to do a job, that is the job that you should do. So I think putting this position in place gives more power than what was decided by the general people. So doing a different position than what was voted for on the public. So that would be my reason for voting no on this evening.
Okay. Do we have any more comments? Okay. I'm going to close comments and I'm going to call for a voice vote.
Roll call vote.
Roll call.
Roll call vote. Sorry, my bad. Go ahead.
Counselor Hogan,
No.
Counselor Daniel,
Yes.
Counselor Pardee,
Yes.
Counselor Bacallo,
As used as the roll call vote, giving reason why I'm voting the way I'm voting. As everyone knows, I'm always for deputy supervisor needs to be a elected town board member. In this resolution, I do not see that here, but again, I understand that this is the easier way to put this back on the agenda. Otherwise, you do need, if you want it to be a town board member, it has to be a resolution that goes out to the public for referendum. So I do get that. So this is all fine the way it's set up currently. I did conversations with the supervisor that it was going to be a town board member. I am good with it being a town board member. But again, in its current state, again, that could change tomorrow, frankly. And I don't really, on appointments number 4, where it says deputy supervisor, there is no name. So I don't know who that is at this point. So I will be voting no on this resolution. I will be introducing a resolution later on this year that, again, looking for support for it to go out to referendum for the public to vote on, for the putting an end to this once and for all, that it could be that it should be limited to a town board member. So no.
Supervisor Santucci,
Aye.
the motion passed.
Motion passes. Okay, after that motion has been made and approved, I am now going to announce the following appointments. Deputy Supervisor will be Jamie Pardee. Budget Officer will be Bernard Trey Douglas.
Move for the adoption of a resolution to accept the resignation of Gretchen Walter as Receiver of Taxes and reappoint as Deputy Town Clerk.
Second.
Any board comments? Voice vote, aye. All in favor, say aye.
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 Aye. Abstention, nays? Abstentions, motion was adopted. Move for the adoption of a resolution to accept the resignation of Carrie Davis as acting receiver of taxes effective January 17th, 2026, and reappoint as deputy receiver of taxes effective January 18th, 2026, at a pay rate of $25 an hour.
Second.
Do we have any board comments? Call for a voice vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstentions, adopted.
Move for the adoption of the resolution to appoint Tori Gavin as intern acting receiver of taxes effective January 18th, 2026, at a salary of $55,000.
Second.
Any board comments? All in favor, aye.
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 Move for adoption resolution to accept the resignation of Nicole Walsh as deputy tax receiver effective December 16th, 2025.
Second.
Do we have any board comments? Call for a voice vote. All in favor, say aye.
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 No nays, no abstentions. Adopted.
Move for the adoption of a resolution to appoint Sarah McDonald as Deputy Super Receiver of Taxes effective January 18th, 2026, at a pay rate of $18 an hour.
Second.
Any discussion? Calling for a voice vote. All in favor, say aye.
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 Motion is adopted.
Whereas various sections of New York State town law and public officers law requires that certain officials execute an official undertaking, Public Officers Law, Section 11, subsection 2. And whereas we, the town board of the town of Cicero, hereby require the supervisor, town clerk, acting receiver of taxes, town councilors, town justices, town constables, and highway superintendent to execute said official undertaking as required by said law. Now therefore be it resolved that we, the town board of the town of Cicero, approve the document entitled Town of Cicero Official Undertaking of Municipal Officers as to its form and manner of execution and the sufficiency of the insurance, and be it further resolved that said official undertaking containing the notarized signatures of those named municipal officers be filed in the office of the town clerk, as well as the original copies of the insurance policies indicating the sufficiency of the sureties to indemnify the town against losses which may arise from a failure of such officials to properly discharge their duties.
Okay, I make a motion to waive the right to read the following 2026 official undertaking of municipal officers.
So moved.
Excuse me, I would like to, since the resolution to appoint Jamie Party as deputy, please note that that will be in there for deputy supervisor under the undertaking. Thank you.
Then make it official. I'd like to make an amendment that states that adds in whereas deputy supervisors Jamie Party.
Second.
Thank you.
We have to vote on that.
Any other discussion? Okay, all in favor? Aye.
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 Nay?
Abstain.
One abstention? Motion's adopted. Okay. Ahead. All right, so we're waiving this, so we don't have to read all
We
that.
have to vote on the actual undertaking.
We have to vote on the undertaking?
Mhm.
Okay. Is it part of it?
Oh, is it all right?
Part, so we don't have to vote on it? Okay. So we will now,
Things we only voted on the amendment there, though.
Amendment.
That was just the amendment. So we have to vote on the actual resolution. Yeah.
okay. So we'll take a vote on the
Well, I'll
resolution.
second the resolution.
Okay. Any other discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstentions, pass. Okay. So we're moving to alternate attorney for the town. I move for the adoption of a resolution that the Cicero Town Board appoints the Hancock and Estabrook Law Firm as the alternate attorney for the town of Cicero to provide specialized legal services for the town. The legal service rates per the engagement letter, $250 per hour, associates at $200 per hour, and paralegals at $125. These rates will be in effect from January 1st, 2026 through December 31st, 2026. The board authorizes the supervisor to sign documents related to this agreement. I have a second.
Second.
Any board comments? All in
We have a
favor?
roll call vote for this, please.
Counselor Hogan,
No.
Counselor Daniel,
Yes.
Counselor Party,
Yes.
Counselor Bacallo,
No.
Supervisor Santucci.
Yes, aye. So the motion is adopted.
Move for the adoption of the resolution that the Cicero Town Board appoint Bond, Shonik, and King LLC, Angelo D. Catalano, as the alternate attorney for the town of Cicero to provide legal services for 207-C claims and labor-related grievance matters for the town. The legal services rate are $325 per hour for the majority of the work and $170 to $650 per hour if other individuals are assigned to meet the needs of your representation. These rates will be in effect from January 1st, 2026 through December 31st, 2026. The board authorizes the supervisor to sign the documents related to this agreement.
Second.
Any other discussion? All in favor, say aye.
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 Nay, abstentions? Motion's adopted.
Move adoption of a resolution to appoint Ramble as outside engineer to serve at the discretion of the town board for a one-year term, January 1st, 2026 through December 31st, 2026, following the master professional services agreement between the town of Cicero and Ramble Americas Engineering Solutions, Inc. This will allow Ramble to provide inspection services on behalf of the town for public infrastructure being built by developers, with the inspection fees being paid by the developers. Ramble may also provide additional engineering services as requested by the town engineer at an hourly rate not to exceed the total of $4,000.
Second.
Do I have discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. No nays, no abstentions. Motion was adopted.
Move for the adoption of a resolution to designate Chief Steve Rotano as security officer and Lieutenant Steve Amia as an alternate for the entire town hall complex.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
No abstentions or nays. Motion is adopted.
Move for the adoption of a resolution that the Cicero Town Board shall designate the second and fourth Wednesday of each month for regular town board meetings to begin at 6 p.m., except there will be one town board meeting for the months of July, August, November, and December to be held on Wednesday, July 22nd, 2026, Wednesday, August 26, 2026, Wednesday, November 11th, 2026, in observance of Veterans Day, November 25th, 2026, in observance of, that's two in November.
Yeah, right. There's two there. So just in observance of Thanksgiving.
In observance of Thanksgiving.
Right.
Um,
Yeah.
so we're holding the meeting on Wednesday, November 11th? Or no?
Veterans Day, no, 25th is an observance of Thanksgiving.
So which of those two, if we're only doing one in November?
Oh, there is a glitch here, Tracy. We've got to fix that. We've got two November dates with only one meeting scheduled.
There's no meeting scheduled for November. Remember, we discussed that.
Okay.
Because they fall on the 11th, which is Veterans Day, and then the one for in observance of Thanksgiving is November 25th. So-
May I second the motion and then possibly look at adding a meeting because I know it says that there's only, if you look back, there will be one meeting, town board meeting for the months of July and August. Maybe we think about adding a meeting in July and August. We don't have to, just up for discussion.
Okay. Any other discussion on this?
I don't know if
Well-
anybody seconded the motion. I was
No, I didn't
offering
even
that up.
finish.
I'm
reading
sorry.
it yet. So, I'll read it as is and then we can modify. So Wednesday, November 11th, 2026, in observance of Veterans Day, November 25th, 2026, in observance of Thanksgiving, and Wednesday, December 23rd, 2026, in observance of Christmas Eve.
Second.
Okay, so. I'll let you-
But now someone will offer up an amendment to the resolution.
We have
Um,
discussions.
Yeah, so I guess, I mean, I don't
Okay.
like the idea of not having any meeting in the month of November.
I would agree with that.
Yeah.
I don't think we should go a whole month without a meeting, so I think that's even more important than adding one in July and August, is making sure that we're getting a meeting in.
Then we don't have
How
to
about-
do anything. We can just add a special town board meeting
Yeah.
as it comes closer.
Yeah,
But
that-
again, I would prefer, since we're in discussion, to have that already on the record,
Yeah,
if
Yeah,
possible.
I agree.
Okay.
I agree.
I mean,
Trying to
could
throw out
we
all the
do it
options.
the 18th? It's not the 2nd or the 4th, but at least it doesn't
We've
fall
got,
on the holidays. November
Something
18th.
on that date according to this planning board.
Planning board meets on
board's
the
on the 18th, yeah. You see,
Oh,
We could always
Oh,
call for a
that's
special
good.
meeting and
yeah, we may have to call for a special meeting in that. All right,
Yeah, it's gonna probably have to not be on a Wednesday. That's all.
yeah,
well,
Yeah.
that's,
which
we,
is,
we can do that. So we'd like to make an amendment stating that we will have a special meeting in November to occupy one of the days that we have not scheduled at this point. And that they will be announced down, before November, obviously, but we will come to find out what a good meeting day will be, and we will announce that meeting beforehand. Okay?
Is there a point
Are we good with
to
that?
adding an amendment until we have an actual date, or is it really unnecessary until we have a date?
The point of discussion.
Yeah,
Right.
Could have the amendment that said, basically what the amendment would say is, we are set to schedule something in November via special authorization, but
doesn't need to be amended, just a point of discussion. Okay,
okay.
as a point of discussion of what. Because
Yeah.
What you're really saying is, when we get closer to it, then we'll set a date.
Mm-hmm.
Seems to be the intention of the board that there will be a meeting in November.
And then we're going to meet on the 23rd in December. Just make sure I'm reading this. So that'll be our 1 December meeting?
Right.
Okay.
no, that's the
No,
one
we
that
will
we're
not
not
have-
having.
That's the one that we're not.
So we're having the first one of the month, but not the one. that-
Oh, okay.
That one is,
Exactly.
yeah,
Okay. Any,
that was giving the exceptions.
right.
Yep.
All right. So I guess we would be voting on this meeting schedule as amended. We're taking November out and rescheduling November down the road. So
We're not,
I'm
we're not
assuming that-
changing anything. It's staying as is. As
As
Do we
presented.
stay as is? Okay.
And my part was just.
And then we'll-
point-
We'll move it.
Unless you want me to add the amendment that we will schedule a special town board meeting, then it's officially in the minutes and people, I'll make the amendment to say we will be setting a special town board meeting as we get closer in August for November.
There you go. We have a
Second.
second.
So
Okay.
are we still in discussion for this one?
I
Right? Is
just
that what
made,
we're
just
happening?
made an amendment.
So now we're in discussion.
No, I
that was
just made,
pretend discussion.
we can discuss the amendment. Yeah.
Discussing the amendment.
Okay, so we're only, okay. Well, on another note, I'm not in favor of changing this to 6 PM. I know that I've made that clear in other discussions previous to, and the reason why is because I think that 6:30 has made this meeting more conducive for families and working families specifically. I think 6 PM is difficult, and it's not just the people who make it here physically, but the people who try to watch it live as well. And I do think that it's setting a precedence to make it a little bit more difficult for the grand majority of Cicero. So I'd like to take note of that. And I know that I've said that before.
Okay, well, one of the reasons that we discussed moving it back,
We're still, we're still on the amendment.
still down the amendments.
Yeah.
Only discussing the amendment.
Yeah.
Right now, yeah, I apologize. Yeah. Just
Okay.
the amendment that I stated,
Special meeting in
the hell,
November.
but yeah,
Right.
that we will schedule in August. Yeah. But
Okay, so we have any more discussion on this for the amendment? Okay, all in favor?
aye.
Aye.
Nay,
Okay,
abstentions, we're good. Okay,
so now back to the overall.
Now it's back to the first motion as is, yeah, now it's,
All my comments.
yeah.
Still stand.
what she said. So we're now addressing the 6 o'clock part of
Yes.
this? Okay. So we have, are you making an official motion to amend this as to
Back to
6:30?
6:30.
Okay, so do we have a second for that?
Oh, sure, I'll second
We have
that.
to talk, then we're gonna have comments on it. Okay, we have a second on the motion
Yeah.
to go 6:30. Okay, so let's have discussion on this.
Discussion on that.
Okay, so one of the reasons that we decided to look at 6 o'clock as an alternative, because although Counselor Hogan has pointed out that it is a little more difficult to have families with children to show up to the meetings because of the time period, the meetings I have been to, and as I look around the room right now, we don't seem to have a lot of participation from young families, although that could change in the future. As of what I've seen in every town board meeting I've gone to, tends to be people who are a little bit on the senior side, a little bit older, and who would rather get home earlier than come out later. And that's kind of my rationale when we discuss this in our meetings. So, any other discussion?
I mean, I'm a little beyond the young family, as my youngest is now 16, but thinking back to when they were all of that age, for me and the people that I knew, 6 would have been better because we need to get home and get them to bed and all of that. So I think you're always going to have some people that are going to have a problem with the time. I don't know that I necessarily agree that 6:30 fits more people than 6. So based on my past experience, I think 6 is a more appropriate time.
Okay, do we have any more discussion on this?
Go ahead, Jamie.
I mean, I look around the room. I've been attending these meetings for a very long time now. And the same faces that have been to every meeting are here, plus some more tonight. And also, we can observe the attendance, and with the digital footprint of today's world out there, we can also observe if we see a drop in, live attendances on the web, then we can look at it and say, hey, that, maybe we should make a change to it and bring it back. But, that technology is there for us to make that decision and review that data.
Mike, you have something to add?
In my 10 years on this board, having gone door to door in those 10 years, 7 p.m. is the actual time that is best for the majority of the residents that live in the town of Cicero. I'm not going to ask for 7 p.m. because I know that motion would fail. But it's the motion I would stand with. These meetings aren't for the convenience of the board members, the convenience of the employees that are here. These meetings are held for the residents of the town of Cicero. They should be held at the time where it's most convenient for the majority of the residents of the town of Cicero. That's something I've always been firm on. It's been 6:30 for eons. In order for a time change to be, in order for the time to be changed, in my view, it needs to be out of something that has solid proof, a necessity that it needs to be done at a different time. And all I'm hearing is the word convenience. Therefore, I'm going to say no on that resolution.
All right, I guess we're going to put this to a vote. So the amendment states that we would hold the meetings at 6:30 p.m. So I'm looking for a voice vote. All in favor of it being 6:30 p.m. and not the original agreement here, please signify by saying aye.
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 Nay?
Nay.
Nay.
Okay.
Okay, so the motion was defeated. It will be at 6 o'clock.
No, we have to vote
Now we
again
gotta vote
on
on
the
the full
original
vote.
motion.
I'm sorry.
Yep.
Yeah.
Rookie, learning. All right, so now we're going to go back to the original motion to have the meetings begin at 6 p.m. with the original schedule here.
The discussion before we go to that vote.
Well, yeah.
We
yeah.
will review and pay attention and review some data, and if we agree that to make changes later on, go back to the 6:30, we will bring that up.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We are flexible on that as well.
Yeah.
Okay. We have anything else?
For me, that just causes more confusion. And again, when I'm speaking, I'm not speaking for me, I'm speaking for the worlds that I live in, which is people in my vicinity in Cicero. Flip-flopping back and forth just makes it all the more difficult. So when you're changing back and forth, that just
Yeah.
creates confusion and causes
And
more issues,
yeah,
so.
I understand where you're coming from, and like me personally, like tonight, I'm missing a volleyball game that if this meeting was at 5 o'clock, I would have made the volleyball game, but I'm missing it. So I mean, it goes both ways, but this is what I committed to, so I'm here.
Sure. I'm just saying the changing back and forth, I don't think is helpful, but.
Okay. So
We need a second on the one for the 6 o'clock, please.
It was-
Second
it
on the
was
6
sec-
o'clock.
The original motion was already seconded.
yeah, that was, okay,
Yeah.
we've had discussion.
So now we just have to vote on it.
No, we have to
We're just
vote.
voting on it.
There we go.
6 PM.
6 p.m. All in favor, say aye.
No,
Aye.
Aye. Nays?
No.
no.
2 noes. Motion was adopted. Move the adoption of a resolution to establish the business hours at the Cicero Town Hall from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Monday through Friday.
Second.
Seconded. Any comments?
More fervor on that second. More fervor on that second.
Give it more oomph.
Yeah.
Calling for a voice vote.
My feet wet.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Nay. Abstentions. Motion was adopted.
Okay, the holiday schedule. Move for the adoption of the resolution that the Cicero Town Board approve the 2026 Town Hall holiday scheduled as presented.
We have a second.
Second.
Any board comments? Calling for a voice vote. All in favor, say aye.
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 Abstentions, motion is adopted.
Move for the adoption resolution to approve the following 2026 salaries as presented.
Second.
Board comments?
I'd like a roll call vote, please.
Sorry? Roll call vote on this?
Yep.
Okay.
Counselor Hogan,
No.
Counselor Daniel,
Yes.
Counselor Pardee,
Yes.
Counselor Bacallo,
For consistency, as sticking to my no on the budget with some of the salary increases here, supervisor specifically, I know I was against that, so I'm a no.
Supervisor Santucci.
Aye. Motion is adopted.
Move for the adoption of a resolution that the Cicero Town Board approves the procurement policy set forth for the procedures of the town of Cicero to meet the requirements of general municipal law, section 104B as presented.
I would like to make a motion to waive the rules for the reading of the resolution.
So
Second.
moved.
So moved. Board comments? Call for a voice vote. All in favor, say aye.
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 Nay, abstentions, none.
Move for the adoption of a resolution that the Cicero Town Board approves the following appointed town officers and their annual 2026 salaries as presented.
Do we have a motion?
Second.
Asking for board comments?
Roll call vote, please.
Counselor Hogan,
My vote is for a no. Unfortunately, because I don't agree with one of these, I have to say no. I wish that they were separated, but as it stands, no.
Counselor Daniel,
Yes?
Counselor Pardee,
Yes.
Counselor Bacallo,
I couldn't say it any better myself. I agree with Counselor Hogan. So no.
and Supervisor Santucci.
Aye. Motion is adopted. The appointments are done by the planning board at the organizational meeting on January 7th for the planning board, engineer, and attorney.
Move for the adoption of the resolution that the Cicero Town Board reappoint Charles Chuck Stanton as Chair of the Zoning Board of Appeals for a 1-year, January 1st, 2026 to December 31st, 2026, at a pay rate of $300 per session as a member and chair.
Second.
Board comments? All in favor, say aye.
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 Aye. Abstentions? Motion is adopted.
Was this one of those that we needed to fix?
I know. Did you want to propose the motion to amend or
Yeah,
reconsider?
I wasn't sure if we should make the motion and then make a motion to postpone, if that's the
Oh,
appropriate.
we can just skip it.
We can just skip it?
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay,
If it's not, I mean, if we're all in agreement that it's not correct, we can just skip it and wait till we can table this for the 14th, technically
Yeah, that was
speaking.
the only
Do we
thing
have
I
to-
was thinking by setting a date.
Yeah, go ahead. We can make a motion for that.
It's not correct.
okay. You want to have a,
22, correct?
Yes.
so we want to have a,
So
am I getting
I
it
will,
right?
I will make a motion to postpone until a date definite for the reappointment to the ad hoc zoning board member to fill that slot until January the 28th.
The Christian Suarez one,
The
22.
28th,
Oh, the
okay.
28th.
That- Is that,
Give
or
us
you
more
want to do
time.
it? Yeah. Whatever people think. I was figuring that way we hopefully get it done before the February meeting cycle.
Okay, so the motion is on the floor that we are going to table this till the meeting of the 14th,
28th.
28th.
28th, I'm sorry.
I do concur with the supervisor, though. I think we can get this done by the 14th. Yeah.
Sure. All right.
You
So
can do
then
14th?
I'll amend my motion to say January the 14th.
Okay.
Second.
Any other discussion on this? Okay, all in favor, say aye.
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 And I am going to abstain.
Was this another one? Can't remember. Number
Yeah.
23, same thing?
Same thing.
All right, let's make a motion to also add this to the January 14th meeting.
Second?
Any discussion? Call for a vote. Ayes in favor? Say aye.
Aye.
Nays? I'm going to abstain as well. Motion is adopted.
All right. Move for the adoption of a resolution that Cicero Town Board reappoint Mark Marzullo as chair for the planning board for a one-year term, 1/1/26 to 12/31/26, at a pay rate of $300 per session as chair.
Second.
Any board comments? Okay, all in favor, say aye.
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 Nay, abstentions, motion is adopted. Okay, this is a move for the adoption of the resolution of the Cicero Town Board to reappoint Chuck Abbey as a member of the planning board for a 5-year term, 1/1/26 to 12/31/2030, at a rate of 107.69 per session, Town Code 52. Do I have a motion?
Second.
Okay, board comments?
I think this is another one that
Another
we
one.
should postpone.
Oh.
Go ahead and make the motion.
So
Okay.
I make a motion to
Well,
postpone.
well, I
ahead.
seconded that, so I will retract my second. So go ahead.
Okay.
So you're not making a motion to,
Without a
Move
second, it
this-
just fails.
right?
No.
Well, you got to
We
give
just-
someone else an opportunity to second that. Like
Oh.
it has to sit.
Right,
And
okay.
so we'll,
So somebody else could second.
I'll second it.
Okay.
Okay,
Excuse
so
me,
were we going to revisit this on,
excuse me, may I point something out? They have a meeting on the 7th, and you don't have an ad hoc, you don't have another ad hoc to replace it. Now you're not appointing a member. Neil?
They would still, wouldn't they,
There would still be a quorum.
Yes, there'd still be quorum.
There would still be a quorum.
don't they remain until we reappoint someone to the position, or
No, there would still be a quorum even if the person that you're talking about is not reappointed tonight, there would still be a quorum. Assuming everybody shows up, which.
Yes.
Everybody else.
okay, so we're just not voting on this? Is that correct? Or are we doing the same thing with this and moving it to?
I
the
think where
next
we
meeting?
stand is the motion has been made and seconded, right? So now we either, I'll
Yeah.
put forth another motion to
Amend to
To-
January
to
14th.
amend to postpone this to January the 14th.
Okay, there we go.
Second.
All right, any other discussion? All in favor, say aye.
aye.
Nays, I am going to abstain from this. All right,
is this another one?
Yeah.
No, this
Yes.
is just
The
reappointing,
chair,
this is just reappointing a
Okay.
chair. So
Okay.
now,
Chair, we got to
I
reappoint.
believe the next one probably is, right?
correct.
Move for the adoption of a resolution that the Cicero Town Board reappoint Tom
Bezigian.
Bezigian, thank you,
Mhm.
as a chair of the Board of Assessment Review for 1-year term, 10/1/2026 to 9/30/2026, without compensation.
okay. Do we have a motion?
That was the
Could be.
What's the
motion,
motion? Sorry,
but I'm going to make a,
board comments?
yes, board comments. Isn't the chair of the zoning board of appeal, the Board of Assessment Review, aren't they compensated?
This particular person is waived that.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Then can we make that noted?
It is,
Yeah.
it
Okay.
says right in it without compensation.
Well, but
The individual.
the chair has waived compensation.
Where does it say that?
It doesn't say
Doesn't say
waived.
that.
That
But
was
that's,
my
that's the
point.
word we need to add.
That's what I'm looking
You're
at.
saying it should, yeah.
Yep.
Without compensation.
Yeah. No, it should
Chair.
say the chair has waived their right to compensation.
Right.
So I'm making an amendment for it to say that.
Second?
Thank you.
Yeah, because it's 2027 that it should end, not 2026.
True.
No, it's only only till this year.
Right,
till-
because it's just May. They only meet in May.
Exactly.
That's the year.
Right.
This board's different than the rest of them.
But if you've got it starting October 1st of 26, it can't end
No,
September.
you're right
30th of
there, though,
26.
yeah. Yeah, it's backwards.
Flip flop.
Okay, so.
So
we-
no, the date is completely wrong because it would be appointment now and then ending in September. That's how it usually goes.
So the September one's correct and the initial one's incorrect?
Yeah, I think the numbers are just backwards.
Should be 1/1/2026 to 9/30/2027.
When I was looking at this, though, for whatever reason, this particular one doesn't follow a calendar year cycle.
It doesn't because they only meet in
Right.
May.
So I don't think we need to
So-
do anything now on it because somebody's already appointed through 9/30/26, right? It's not till October or September that we would need to make a new appointment.
I would just make it as of today, 01/01. Because that's how we've always done it historically in the past.
Sure.
Okay, so any other comments on this? We're
I think it
now
needs to
voting
be
on the-
official. We,
Um,
yeah,
Okay. Move for the adoption of the resolution that the Cicero Town Board reappoint Tom Bezigan
Mhm.
as Chair of the Board of Assessment Review for a one-year term, 01/1/2026 to 9/30/2026, without compensation per Tom or the Chair's request.
second.
Okay, great.
So potential amendment again here, that's not 1 year, that's 9 months. So a 9-month
But
term.
that's how the term, like, that's the term. Like, that's the one-year term.
Technically, the 1-year term is October through September. So if we're making it January through September, it's a 9-month term.
For the Board of Assessment Review, that's considered the one-year term. If you, Tracy, can you
Their,
pull?
their term, their term ends on 9/30.
Yeah,
Right. So it's a 9-month appointment. I mean,
It's a balance of the term.
yeah.
so the balance of, okay.
We could just say it expires on 9/30 of 2026 and
Yeah.
alleviate everything.
Perfect.
Thank you.
All right, do we have any additional discussion before we vote on this amendment to this? Okay, all in favor of amending the current Bezigan, Tom Bezigan portion of this, please say aye.
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 Nay, abstentions, I'm an aye as well. Okay, Mike,
This is another one, I take it?
Yes. Do you want me to make the motion?
Sure.
Okay. So I make a motion to postpone the appointment of the Board of Assessment Review to the January 14th meeting.
Second.
we have any other discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Nay, I will abstain.
This is another one, correct?
This is
Board of
another
Ethics.
chair, so we can do.
This is just a chair.
Through the chair.
Yep.
Okay. Motion was made, move for the adoption of a resolution that the Cicero Town Board reappoint Karen Purdy as the Chair of the Board of Ethics for a one-year term of 1/1/2026 to 12/31/2026.
Second.
Board comments? All in favor, say aye.
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 No nays, no abstentions, adopted.
Move for the adoption of a resolution authorizing the payment of $1,650 for the New York State Association of Town annual dues.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor, say aye.
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 Nays, abstentions, motion is adopted. Move for the adoption of a resolution to approve Trey Douglas as delegate and Christopher Daniel as alternate to attend the 2026 Annual New York State Association of Towns Meeting and Training School on February 15th through the 18th, 2026, and to approve an expenditure in the amount not to exceed $1,500 each for expenses.
Second.
Board comments? All in favor, say aye.
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 Nays, abstentions, motion is adopted.
Move for the adoption of the resolution to approve the 2026 permanent part-time positions must work 1,040 hours per year to be eligible for the part-time benefits, and the 2026 permanent full-time position must work 40 hours per week to be eligible for the full-time employee benefits.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor, say aye.
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 No nays, no abstentions, motion is adopted.
Move the adoption resolution that the Cicero Town Board designates M&T Bank and NY Class as investment firms for the town.
Second.
Board comments? Voice vote. All in favor, say aye.
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 No nays, no abstentions, motion is adopted.
Move for the adoption of the resolution that the Cicero Town Board reappoint Haler, Fryer, and Kuhn as broker of record for the town of Cicero for 2026.
Second.
Board comments? All in favor, say aye.
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 No nays or abstentions,
I
motion.
am a no. I'd like to see this
No?
gone back out to bid.
Okay. Okay. Motion is adopted.
Move for the adoption of a resolution to approve the Excellus Simply Blue Plus Bronze 4 Metal Plan and the Excellus Dental Blue Plan for the 2026 coverage year. Non-union eligible employees will pay 15% of the premium for each plan. All other employees' premiums are pursuant to their collective bargaining agreements.
Second.
Board comments? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion is adopted. Move for the adoption of a resolution that the Cicero Town Board delegate or designate the Advance Media New York, also known as the Post Standard, as the official town newspaper and the Eagle News Star Review as the alternate.
Second.
Board comments? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion is adopted.
Move for the adoption of the resolution that the Cicero Town Board approves that all town employees using their vehicles for town business, performance of their official duties pursuant to town law, section 116, shall be allowed a mileage reimbursement rate of 72.5 cents per mile as adopted by the Internal Revenue Service when authorized by the town board for such as using during the year 2026. This amount is subject to change in the event that the Internal Revenue Service changes this amount.
Second.
Board comments? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion is adopted.
Move for adoption resolution that the Cicero Town Board approves the following petty cash allotments as presented.
Second.
Board discussion?
I just want to clarify on this one because I know I chatted with some of the board members on this, but there are transactions receipts for all this petty cash usage, correct? Just in terms of transparency? Okay, so that's all
Okay.
for that one.
Any other comments? All in favor, say aye.
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 Motion's adopted.
Move for the adoption of a resolution that the Cicero Town Board authorizes electronic signatures of the town supervisor and town comptroller for any and all disbursements.
Second.
Board comments? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion's adopted.
Move for the adoption of a resolution that the Cicero Town Board establish a charge of 25 cents per page for photocopies, which is statutorily set for that amount.
Board comments?
Can we have a roll call on this, please?
Counselor Hogan,
My vote is a no. I think that this should be free.
we can't by New York State law. That's why the statutory is set for that. It's just a standard thing.
Okay.
Most people I'll use electronically now. We just email it to them. This is just a formality.
Okay. Still a
you.
no. Thank you.
Okay. All right, any other discussion? All in favor, say aye.
But roll call
we're
vote was
doing-
asked.
I'm sorry, roll call, excuse me. I had-
And Daniels, Counselor Daniels, please.
Yes.
And Counselor Party,
Yes.
Counselor Bacallo,
Aye.
and Supervisor Santucci.
Aye. Move for the adoption of a resolution that the Cicero Town Board appoint Dominic Pulcheski as ADA Accessibility Regulations Coordinator for the town.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion is adopted.
Move for the adoption of a resolution that the Cicero Town Board reappoint Tracy Cosselman, that should say as the town clerk's office, as records access officer.
Do we have a second?
I just included the town clerk's office in it because if I'm not doing it,
Oh, and the town clerk's, okay.
Second.
Board discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion is adopted.
Move for adoption resolution that the Cicero Town Board appoint Al Kerr as appeals officer.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion is adopted.
Move for the adoption of a resolution that the Cicero Town Board approves the citizen board members' fees and/or payments as presented.
Second.
Board discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. No noes, no abstentions. Motion is adopted.
Move for the adoption of a resolution to hire James Ball as a part-time seasonal winger at a pay rate of $25 an hour at a start date on or before January 7th, 2026. Budget code 003-5142-0105-0000.
Second.
Do we have any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. No nays, no abstentions. Motion is adopted. Okay, Robert Jermaine, Town Attorney, has reviewed and all the agreements are acceptable as to form and content that we are going to talk about. Move for an adoption of a resolution to approve the agreement to provide professional technology services between the Town of Cicero and WAFMCS, subject to attorney approval as to insurance submission, in the amount of $4,948 a month from January 1st, 2026 to December 31st, 2026, per agreement, and authorize the supervisor to execute the agreement on behalf of the Town of Cicero. Budget code 001-168-0-4140-0000.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor, say aye.
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 No noes, no abstentions. Motion is adopted.
Move for the adoption of a resolution to approve and authorize the supervisor to execute extend the agreement with the Eric Berger DBA Bird Dog Wildlife Control for beaver removal in the town from January 1st, 2026 to December 31st, 2026. The agreement has a setup fee of $250 per location and a beaver removal fee of $100 for each catch. This agreement shall not exceed $2,500 without further authorization of the town. Budget code 060-8540-4000-0000. The town has been satisfied with their services.
Second.
Board comments? That's $2,500 is an awful lot of rodents, I will say that. Okay, all in favor, say aye.
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 Nay, abstentions. Motion is adopted.
Move for adoption resolution allowing the supervisor to execute the agreement with ML Cacames Electric Corporation to maintain the traffic signals listed below. The hourly costs are set forth at $186.40, normal daytime hours, $234.70 overtime and Saturdays, and $283 holidays and Sunday, effective January 1st, 2026 through December 31st, 2026. 1. Maintenance of flashing beacons, school zones. A. Brewerton Road Elementary School, Route 11, Brewerton. B. Gillette Road Middle School, South Bay Road, Cicero. 2 units north and south bound on approach to school. 2. Maintenance of traffic signal lights and controllers. A. Intersection of Circle Drive and Hogan Drive, Cicero. B. Circle Drive at the entrance to the Drivers Village, Cicero. 3. Maintenance of flashing light / controller. A. Railroad tracks approach on Orangeport Road, Brewerton. B. Lakeshore Road for William Park, Cicero.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
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 No nays, no abstentions. Motion is adopted.
Move for the adoption of a resolution approving a contract between the Town of Cicero and the CNY Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals, SPCA, for a period of January 1, 2026 to December 31, 2028. The contract is for general dog control services and calls for fees and compensation in the amounts of $23,760 for 2026, $25,660.80 for 2027, and $27,713.66 for 2027. This resolution also authorized the supervisor to execute the contract.
Second.
Discussion.
The last
Yeah.
one there, should that be amended to
Yep.
be 2028? I'll make said amendment, motion to amend the 27,713.66 to 2028.
Second.
Any discussion on that? It's just a correction.
Just a correction. Yep.
Okay. Tracy, you got that? Okay, so we're taking a vote on this amendment. All in favor, say aye.
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 Nay. That motion is adopted. Now we'll go back to the original motion that was proposed by Counselor Hogan. Any other discussion on the original motion?
So just clarification on this as well, there's also transactions for each of these amounts? Like individual, like if anyone wanted to go back and see what we were actually charged for. by
Yes,
the-
that's an
Yeah.
annual contract amount with them.
No matter what they do or don't do.
Right.
So there's no detail in regarding that amount.
Just whatever's on the contract.
We get a report that actually tells them all the calls that they've done and everything that they've
They
done.
do.
On monthly, yes.
Okay.
Yes, definitely.
kind of
yeah.
And that's
We
accessible.
have that on file.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank
And-
you.
Any other discussion on this? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay.
Nays, abstentions, motion is adopted.
Move for the adoption of a resolution approving a contract with the Central New York Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals, CNYSPCA, to enforce provisions of Article 26 of the Agriculture and Markets Law of the State of New York, which are reported to it by the town of Cicero, effective January 1st, 2026 through December 31st, 2026, in the amount of $8,456.40, and for the supervisor to execute the contract.
Second.
Do we have any board comments? All in favor, say aye.
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 No nays or abstentions, motion is adopted. Move for the adoption of a resolution approving Mallory Albert as a town historian at an annual amount of $700 and to authorize the supervisor to execute the 2026 contract, budget code 001-7510-4000-0001.
Second.
Discussion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
No noes. Board, the motion has passed.
Move for the adoption of the resolution approving a contract for historical services between the town of Cicero and the town of Cicero Historical Society, calling for the society to provide valuable historical services to the town of Cicero and our residents from January 1st, 2026 to December 31st, 2026 for the amount of $4,000. This resolution also authorizes the supervisor to execute the contract and any additional necessary documents.
Second.
Board comments? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
No nays, no abstentions, motion is adopted.
Move for the adoption of the resolution to approve the supervisor to execute the 2026 municipal agreement between the town of Salina and the town of Cicero for funding for the Canteen Multi-Municipal Program, effective January 1st, 2026 through December 31st, 2026. The town of Salina agrees to contribute to the town of Cicero in the amount of $12,000.
Second.
Board comments? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any nays, abstention, the motion is adopted. Also stating that all employee salaries have been reviewed by the town controller and administrative assistant, which is going to be read to you now.
Move for the adoption of a resolution that Cicero Town Board approves the following employee salaries effective January 1, 2026 as presented.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
No nays, no abstentions, motion passes.
Move for the adoption of a resolution to approve the following non-union and union employee salaries for 2026, effective 1/1/2026, not 25, as listed A, B, C, D, and E. All union employee salaries are subject to current Teamsters, PBA, and CSEA contracts agreements.
Second.
Do we have any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
No noes, no abstentions. Motion is adopted. Okay, the liaison assignments by supervisor. Supervisor Santucci will be liaison to Highway Safety Committee, Police, Town Clerk. Counselor Bacala will be Drainage Board of Assessment Review in the Courts. Counselor Pardee will be Fire, Planning Board, Zoning, and Planning. Counselor Daniel will be Controller, Receiver of Taxes, and Assessor. Counselor Hogan will be Parks and Recreation, Board of Ethics, Zoning Board of Appeals. I would also like to point out that these liaison assignments are not set in stone for the entire time that we are here. There are opportunities to move these around based on the needs of those individual offices. So I just want to state that, that going up front.
We can have any
Do
discussion?
we have any
before we
discussion?
close?
not for that. No
No,
discussion.
just at the end of the meeting.
Oh, okay. At this point, we don't really have anything for discussion before the adjournment, but Counselor Pardee would like to have the floor for some comments.
I just know that, like you brought up as far as the insurance, with the Heather Fire and Coombe. And I know that with that, we should as a board look at that prior to, because some of that, when you do the open enrollments in November, so we should make at some point, let's bring that up. Do you want to put it out the bid?
Taylor Fire and Coon's separate from that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, but I know there is some of that. We should look at that prior so we can review that and do it and not interrupt the calendar year with that.
I agree. I agree. That definitely should happen. All right. I would like to make a motion to adjourn the Town Board 2026 organizational meeting. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
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 The next Cicero Town Board meeting will be held on Wednesday, January 14th, 2026. There being no further business before the Town Board, the meeting is adjourned at 7:03 PM. Thank you so much for attending.